I don't really do video blogging. I tried once and it all kind of fell apart on me. But I feel like right now, me and Millie are going to, we're going to talk a little bit about how people are feeling right now and how I'm feeling right now. And I feel the need to interact, and I know this isn't really interacting, but it's the way that we can on, the internet, the way it is today. I feel the need to reach out, I guess, is more accurate. So this morning, I woke up with a sore throat and a cough. So it's fine. It's probably not, COVID-19 or whatever. It's probably a cold. But I got to I called my doctor, and I'm going to follow the CDC regulations because they know better than I do, and I'm going to isolate myself for 2 weeks. Here's my little thing. Where can I put it? I think there? Okay, sure. And today was day 1, so I'm gonna cross off day 1. And to be honest, it's really daunting. And I'm trying to figure out why it's so daunting. Because I live alone, I enjoy spending time by myself. I have my cat. I have so many things to do with my time. So many scripts that need to be written. Just so many things to do that I could use this time to do. And it just feels so entirely different. And I was talking to a really good friend of mine today, and I think it's because we're all really anxious and we're all really afraid, and this feels really different from anything we've ever had to go through before. And I wanted to talk about the way that I'm feeling, because I feel like a lot of people are feeling the same way that I'm feeling, but they're not talking about it. So I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling. I am really anxious. I'm not an anxious person normally. I'm actually generally a pretty sort of water off the duck's back, go with it, easygoing kind of individual. I work really well under stress. Stress is something that I thrive on, but I feel really anxious right now. And I know that a lot of other people are feeling that way too. And I think that some people are afraid to talk about it because people say that they're overreacting. And I want to say that you're not overreacting. And you are very much allowed to feel really anxious right now. I mean, it's completely natural to feel really anxious right now. Vancouver is got the biggest concentration of these cases in all of Canada, and we've now lost a bunch of people. Older folks, and there's this feeling that everybody needs to look out for everybody else and look out for themselves, and there's this stockpiling and this, like, we don't know how long it's going to last, and therefore we don't know how much to buy. We don't know how many canned beans to buy. I mean, people say that be prepared for 2 weeks, like what I'm doing right now, but I mean, how long is this going to last? Who knows? And I think that that's creating a lot of anxiety. Also, I feel the need to connect with people more, because I am afraid and I am anxious, and I want to share that with people. I'm worried about my parents. See, this is gonna happen, and this is totally okay. Totally okay. This is why I'm doing this with you, so that you can cry with me if you want. I'm really worried, not because, I mean, they're really careful, and I don't think that they're gonna get exposed to it. They live on the island, so it's like a smaller place, and they don't go out much, so I think it's fine, but it's more like I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to see them for months. I mean, what if I can't see them? What if all I can do is talk on the phone with my mom until this is over? I mean, that terrifies me. And I'm not sleeping. I mean, I have insomnia. And when I do sleep, I have the craziest dreams. I had a dream that was so on the nose, that was like riots with like mobs of people hunting down infected people. Like, it was terrifying. I woke up completely terrified. And it's just irrational, but it's okay to be feeling those things, and I think we need to talk about them. So, but I mean, that being said, I do want to, it has been impossible to ignore the wonderful things as well. A few days ago, before I was in, self-isolation, I saw my neighbor down the street, and I don't really know him very well. I mean, I've said hi a few times in passing, and we started having like a conversation, and he jokingly said, it's time to break out the PlayStation, and I said, I don't have a gaming system, and he's like, hold on, wait a sec, and he went inside, and he brought out this like retro gaming system with over 100 popular retro games. I don't know what any of these titles are, to be honest. I get nothing. I mean, Mercs, I know, but that's all. That's all, and they all look super, like 8-bit, 16-bit kind of thing. I haven't even plugged it in to see if it works yet, but just that gesture, just like him, somebody that, just reaching out in that way to show love to somebody who might be feeling isolated. I mean, all of my neighbors know that I live alone, and my landlords who live upstairs are the most incredible people, and they reached out to me and said, hey, if you need anything, we can go shopping for you if you need to. And I said, me too, of course. If you're the people who end up being quarantined or whatever, then please let me know, and then I will go out for you. I just have an incredible support system, and I can't stop thinking about how the washing of the hands, like the 15, 20 times a day you're washing your hands. For somebody like me, who's not immunocompromised, who is young and healthy, and if I did get the COVID-19 virus, if I do have it right now, I'm probably going to get through it just fine. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be healthy, and I'm going to have immunity, right? It's all good for me. But the fact that the people like me are washing their hands constantly and using hand sanitizer and taking care of that is an incredible act of love to everybody around them. I mean, they're not doing that for themselves. They're doing that for the people who are already sick, or who are old, or who are at higher risk. And like that sort of wide spectrum action that's being taken in Canada and in Vancouver, it's kind of a mind-blowing act of care. Like, I can't think of anything that is similar, and that's amazing. So coming out of this really anxiety-driven, horrible time is just this amazing act of love. Also, I was reading that in Venice, the canals, you can see to the bottom now, because Italy has shut down, and therefore the canals have cleared. A lot of the nitrous pollution has, settled out, moved on. I'm not sure. So it's a horrible, horrible time, and people are dying, but you can't help but see the tiny little pieces of good that are coming out of it. I mean, our world is never going to be the same. I don't think. I think we're going to think differently. Just about ourselves, about each other, about getting sick, about how fragile we are from here on in. I also want to talk about some things that are making me happy. Just like little things, because honestly, with this staying inside a one-bedroom apartment with my cat, I love my cat, but you know, it's gonna be tough, especially to keep the spirits up, especially at night when it's dark. My friend Matt Storm just released a beautiful cover video on Instagram. You should go check it out. It's just like gorgeous and multi-screen. Like he worked so hard on it, and it's him playing all of the instruments. His Instagram handle is Matt Storm Sound, so you should go look that up. It's like 2.5, 3 minutes of just joy. So if you've only got time for that little tiny piece of relief in your schedule, or if you feel like your brain, which is running overtime and super anxious, can't handle any more than that little piece, then do it. Like, just like search out those little tiny things. So there's that. I also just discovered, sorry, I just touched my face. It's okay, I'm in my own home. Anyway, I also just discovered this really great podcast called, I'm kind of late to the game, I think it's 2018, but it's called, what's it called? Oh, The Angel of Vine, which is, it's like a true crime fiction podcast. So it's a story with really great acting in it, and really riveting. Like, I just was there the whole time. And they've got a second season coming out this spring. So, hey, you know, might still be in here when that comes out. So check those two things out if you need a little bit of relief. And yeah, I'm gonna do this, I think. I'm gonna do this every day of my self-isolation. And I don't know if it's gonna help people. I don't know if people care, but it's for me. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.